I'm back with another episode. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about clowns. Um, yeah, this is October. Halloween is in a week in 5 days. So I thought it would only be good if I just talked about some scary stories I see online. So let's get to the first one. Oh, and also, I'm going to have the lights turned off like this. As you can see, the lights are now turned off. Looks a little more spooky. Looks more spooky in here. The page I'm getting these off of is a page called HuffPost. So, let's start. And I'm not going to be reading these in any order. The first story here is the cell phone, but that one I've already read. I'm like, nah, no, that's not very good. So I'm going to be just reading them in rough order. So I have a page here pulled up, and I know my voice is deeper. I do that on purpose to make the stories a little more scary. So let's get to the first one. Ghost Bro. I'm waiting for the page to load. Oh no, I accidentally hit an ad. Here we go. My house was built in 1904. It is a single-family home, wood frame setting on a concrete block foundation. I have been living here for about 12 years. Of all the weird things that my siblings and me have seen or heard in this house, this one event is my favorite. This happened to my brother about 10 years ago. My brother and his best friend had started a garbage band playing mostly Spanish rock, alternative music, but in Spanish. Oh no, the page got smaller. One moment. One moment. His friends could only get together on Sunday afternoons. They would practice into the early evening, and they would usually call it quits by 8 p.m. This was the time I usually showed up and went to bed, because I worked the graveyard shift. This happened in late fall, so the days were getting shorter. They had just finished a long session when the decision to head to somebody else's house came about. My brother handed his car keys to his buddy so they could load up the equipment. Everyone had fled out of the basement, but the tricky part was that they needed to walk all the way to the back of the basement, up the stairs, through the kitchen doorway, down the hall, into the living room, and out into the front porch. Everyone was outside, sitting in my brother's truck, waiting for him. My other brother was walking up the back stairs when he remembered that he had left his pancakes in a to-go container sitting on a speaker in the basement. He made the decision to go back. Now the basement is not clean, with full sight lines. There had been partitions made, and the boiler and main heating unit are right smack in the middle. So after my brother walks back, he is about to retrieve. My God, I'm getting scared. He is about to retrieve. Oh my God, where am I? Why am I not on the same page? Where am I? He sees a shadowy figure right at his peripheral vision. This feeling of dread and uneasiness washed over my brother. We had been taught that if you are in the presence of a spirit or ghost, you are felt a bad vibe, to say quick prayer or to cuss at it. My brother chose the latter. He basically just told it, hey, F you, I don't have time for this shit. My brother started to walk to the back of the basement and briskly up the stairs, closing doors and turning off lights as he walked out. The last light switch is on the opposite side of the front door. Luckily, the door was open and the light was and the light from the street lamp was flooding the living room with its amber light. My brother said he felt something at his back, but at no point did he turn around. As he flicked the last switch, the living room went dark, as did the rest of the house. As he stepped out, he pulled on the door, closing it behind him, still holding his food container. In one hand, he jogged down the few porch steps. He walked towards the front gate of our house. Our house remains far from the main street, essentially having a large yard, but no rear garage. As he closed the gap between himself and his friend's Laden truck, he kind of smiled and thought things over in his head, mad at himself for spooking out when there was no reason. He climbed into the driver's side of the truck, putting on his seat belt and getting ready to pull out of the parking lot directly in front of his house. When one of his friends asked, "Hey, wait, what happened? What about your brother? Isn't he coming with us?" My brother answered, "What do you mean? He went to work early tonight. He is already gone. Do you see his car anywhere?" The next question they asked. "So then who was walking behind you when you were leaving the house?" Okay, I will say that does put my blood, like, curdling. I'm really scared right now. But, yeah, that's all the time I've got for today. 7 minutes is good enough. I'm going to keep doing scary stories all the way up until October 31st. Yes, that's right. I'm going to be going all the way up to October 31st. I won't be able to do scary stories every day. I'll only be able to do scary stories for 10 days. I'll only be able to upload 10. That's right. 10. I'm gonna get some more light in here. One moment. Okay, I have some more light. I'm going to be able to upload this amount of videos that are scary stories. I'll be uploading one every day that I can. I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.